Hey, welcome back to my channel. This is Steve with Breck DIY. I'm going to show you how to change out this light, which is a ballast light, and we're going to convert it to LED. More high efficient, energy cost efficient, and it's a lot brighter too. So stay tuned. I'm going to show you how to take care of this. Alright, first thing we're going to do is shut power off to the system so we don't get shocked. I've already taken care of that. Flip the breaker. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to cut this ballast out on both sides and take our light bulbs out so they don't break, but they're dead anyways, so it doesn't matter. So we're going to take that out, this out, and we're going to drop this whole can down, and then we'll continue on the floor as we replace everything. So here we go. Use a screw gun. There's one single screw on the other side that's holding everything in place. And then there's two screws on each lamp holder. We're going to undo these. There's two little square nuts on the back side that will just fall off. And then we'll cut these guys, continue on. We need our wire cutters, and we'll go ahead and cut the wires on both ends of the ballast. I recommend cutting one at a time on the hot and neutral. If you cut both at the same time and the system is still on, forget to do that, it'll go boom, create a big spark, and your panel will pop a breaker at that point. Alright, now we have two screws holding the system up to the ceiling. We got a couple other screws in here. We'll take everything and we're going to bring the whole can down to the floor and work on it. Got a couple sheetrock screws in here. Now at this point, the only thing holding this together is the ground wire. So we'll have to undo that. Alright, now that we removed the canister from the ceiling, we're going to go ahead and relocate these light housings further out because we have a difference in lengths between each one. We need to readjust so they fit. All right, pull these through. Now what we got to do is we got to strip off about 1/8 of an inch, I'm sorry, not 1/8 of an inch, 1/2 inch of exposed wire, so that way we can rewire the system. So now that I went ahead and stripped all the wires back that 1/2 inch, go ahead and cut it, twist it, and then just pull that little piece off. What we're going to do now is separate each end and then re-secure the location. But on our lights, we've got L1, L2, L3, and the N for neutral. So we want to make sure we know which one's a neutral. In this case, it's our yellow. On this side, it's our orange for how they manufactured it. So we're going to make sure our orange is on our neutral on this side and our yellow and neutral on that side. I like to take the bulb here, the LED bulb, and I like to kind of put it in, line it up for our home housing. Down here at the end, I don't know if you can see this or not. This is what it's going to look like when it's done. And then repeat the process over here. But I like to make a line over here so this is screwed in, because we got to do a self-tapping screw holding this one in place. So I need to grab my marker, write that in place, and then we'll screw a hole with this one and repeat the process with that one. Take our self-tapping screws. Obviously don't want to run it into the floor. One down. Just puts up underneath it to get it up high enough off the floor so the screw can't reach. There's that. Now our wires are going to be running together. They're going to shoot up here in the ceiling later on. But we are done with this point. Oh, sorry. We need our extensions. So I went ahead and already cut down 2 blacks, 2 whites, roughly 20 inches or so long, because we're going to run these together and then run them up top. So we need a black and a white on each side. And we're going to combine our non-neutrals together as one on the black, our yellow on the white on this side. It'll be our orange and white on this side, the 3 remaining on the black on that side. So, put these 4 wires together. Have a small twist. wire nut. Put that on until it's snug. I like to put a little bit of electrical tape on, just to be extra safe it doesn't ever unwind. Grab our white, combine these two. Alright, continue twisting these. Grab another wire nut. Until it's tight again. We're going to take one of these little sticky guys so we can put our zip tie and hold our wires together, keep them separated. Got these mini zip ties. This side, one more zip tie. This side's done. We'll repeat the process with the exception of the orange is going to be on its own with the white side. Neutral. Another wire nut. Still are tight. Our orange on white, which will be our neutral. Wire nut. So it's tight. Repeat the process as the other side. Alright, now we're ready to hang it up and attach all of our wires up top. I'm going to apologize in advance for my footage. Angle's kind of weird, and I'm going to kind of block your view of what's going on up top. But basically, we have our two blacks combined, our two whites, neutrals combined, and then we have our white and black up here and our ground. So black to black, white to white, and this is kind of difficult, so bear with me. I'm going to take one of our holders, bolts, to hold this in place while I work on it, but just one, otherwise you won't be able to get your hands up in there to work. Just get it started, be able to give you room to work. Put your wire nut on. Belt's tight. Alright, so white is done. I like to shove that back up in the light fixture. Get rid of it. Put the wire nut on. Alright, black's done. We're going to shove that back up in there too. Alright, that is it. Now we put our bulbs in, fire it up to make sure we're good, throw the cover on and we're done. Now we turn the breaker back on. And that is our finished product. We got rid of this, made it LED. Thanks for watching Breck DIY. Thank you.